YouTubers? This is your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my newest movie review on the newest sequel that we've been waiting for 29 years, Hocus Pocus 2. So it basically takes place, like I said, 29 years after the original Hocus Pocus. We get a bunch of new characters and 3 new teenage girls who honestly bring back the Sanderson sisters, which is crazy. And and let me tell you, this was kind of a decent movie, but somewhat not decent. I have a few problems with this movie that I really didn't enjoy. But first, huge shout out to my friends, Jillian, Travis, and their mom and Jillian and her husband Travis, and their mom and sister Miss Lois, and like I said, Kim. You guys are the best, and I'm glad I watched this with you guys yesterday. It was a bunch of fun. And everything. I'm glad I watched it with you guys. Much love to you all. And yes, all in all, this movie was kind of like bland in a way, but it did have a few positives about it, though. It was kind of pretty okay, like I said before. But let's move on to the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. We get to see the backstory of the Sanderson sisters, like we saw in the trailer, guys. Yeah, they kind of started off from humble beginnings, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good to see the backstory of how they started out, and seeing how well they were when they were kids. And let me tell you, it was fair. It was bland and enjoyable. It was bland and enjoyed. It was kind of, well, like I said, I can't talk today. Sorry, guys. It was decent and enjoyable, and I enjoyed it somewhat, but it was still funny. Another positive is that, well, we get to like see a bunch of cameos in this movie, and some of the characters from the original movie do get mentioned in this sequel, but they don't show up. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys anymore. They do kind of like mention them, but in a way, we still get to like see like some cameos and hidden Easter eggs in this movie somewhat. But it was still fun. It was still fun to get a lot of cameos and interesting stuff in this movie that I didn't expect to see. I really didn't. And again, another positive is that, well, this original cast who played the Sanderson sisters are back. Yeah, I can talk. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, but all in all, it was still interesting to see the same girls play the Sanderson sisters, considering how old they are. But I'm not gonna mention that. These are legends. Again, guys, these are Disney legends who played these Sanderson sisters. No one else can play them like these 3 actresses can. I was actually surprised to see them come back after 29 years. After 29 years, we get to see them really strut their stuff and do what they do best. Try to eat children. They smell children. I'm just joking with you guys. But all in all, it was fun seeing these 3 actresses come back and seeing Winnie, Mary, and Sarah come back. Seeing them come back really brought a smile to my face, and it was enjoyable. And that's it for my positives and negatives. First off are that's it. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. That's it for my positives. I don't know what's wrong with me today. It's early in the morning. Cut me bird. And that's it for my positives. On to the negatives. There we go. Sorry, guys. I am trying to wake up here. On to the negatives. Well, again, the story. I think it needs some work. I think it needs some work. I really did believe it needed work because I really wasn't invested in this story so much. I had no feelings. I kind of didn't like in the near end. There was a sad moment. There was kind of a sad moment in the movie, like at the near ending, but I didn't like really have any feelings for it. I did not cry because I really wasn't kind of like feeling it. I really wasn't feeling it, but it was still interesting, though. I can't spoil what happened because I want you guys to see the ending for yourselves and see why I said this. And also, as most of you saw in the trailer too, we get to see a black cat. We get to see a black cat. It might not be Zachary Binks, or it might not. You gotta see for yourself. You gotta see for yourself and see if it's really Zachary Binks. But that cat, it was kind of boring, and it really wasn't shown much in the movie. I was hoping it would like do something really interesting and epic, but it was a kind of a total letdown in a way. So yeah, yeah. I honestly didn't expect it to like be that boring. Again, another negative I have as well, kind of like the Sanderson sisters just trying to like adjust to modern age and seeing like there was one character in the movie that was there 29 years ago, but he did not get mentioned in the first, like in the first movie he was there like 29 years ago. But I'm not telling you which character it is. You got to see this for yourself. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. When you see the character, you'll know you'll know what I mean. You'll definitely know what I mean. But again, this movie, it's just, again, the story itself. It really needs some work. I think if they worked really hard on it and adjusted a little, we could have gotten a really decent sequel to it. And that's it for my positives and negatives. On to my rant, guys. Don't get me wrong, I really did want to see this sequel after 29 years. After 29 years of seeing this sequel, I was hoping, I was really excited for it, and I kind of expected it to, well, be epic and somewhat involving and interesting. But we did get some decent music in this movie that everyone is going to start dancing to. I kind of was somewhat not dancing to it, but honestly, me and a couple of my friends that I mentioned were kind of dancing to it, but that's another story. It was still nice to see some new music, seeing a bunch of new cast in this movie, and a bunch of hidden Easter eggs in this movie as well. I myself, I kind of wasn't really surprised about the new music in this movie because after 29 years, the Sanderson sisters know how to strut their stuff. They really do. But all in all, I think, again, this movie needed some huge work done to it, especially after 29 years of build up. You think they would have honestly made a really good story. I think, I think honestly, I think they should have like really done some more work on this movie instead of just rushing through it. That's just how I see it. That's my opinion. But some people did like it, some people didn't. I respect everybody's opinion, but honestly, I think they should have like really worked on it a little bit more before releasing it. If they did, we would have had a really decent movie that everyone was going to enjoy. And that's it for my rant, guys. On to the rating. I give Hocus Pocus 2 a solid C because, again, the story needed work. The story needed work, and some of the new characters were kind of bland. I really didn't feel no attachment to them. And also, again, don't get me wrong, the hidden Easter eggs throughout the movie, they were good. They were really good. They were really they were really good. Some of them you'll probably recognize for sure. But again, seeing these same actresses play the Sanderson sisters for after 29 years is really phenomenal. They really brought their A game with this, but I just wish the story could have been better instead of just, wow, making it more boring and bland. I really was hoping to see more epic, interesting story. But but honestly, watch through all the credits, guys. There's a post-credit scene. I'm not going to spoil it for you on what happens in this post-credit scene, but when you see it, you are going to be super, super surprised on what happens in this post-credit scene. You really are. You're not going to you're not going to be disappointed with the post-credit scene. That was the practically the most decent thing in this movie. You trust me. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. But all in all, this movie, the movie itself, I think it was kind of bland and it needed some sort of work to it. That's how I see it. That's my opinion. Other people probably got different opinions. But again, you will probably like it way more than I did. So yeah, I don't know what will happen in the future for Hocus Pocus, but when you watch it, you'll know why. And that's it for my review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of the movie, subscribe, and share with everyone you know. I will see you guys soon. Take care, and God bless. And remember, it's just a bit of Hocus Pocus. Peace.